What's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing my top 3 most played GameCube games today, and not only do I want to do that because it's a little different, also, it's where I live and how I work is I do a lot of night shift kind of things, so in most of my videos, the lighting is a lamp, and I would much rather prefer, the natural, bright, beautiful, cloudy daylight that it is right now. So, starting off with number 3, as we can see here, Mario Superstar Baseball. This is my third most played game ever, period, on the GameCube, and I've had over 300 of the titles out of the 699 available. I've played actually most of them as well from rental services, but I've owned around a total of 300, and this is definitely my most played at number 3 anyway. This game is one of the 4 sport games for Mario, and it is the most content-oriented game out of all 4 of them. The other ones, what's very disappointing about the other sport games is that there's really no variety or anything different about them, which is why with Mario Superstar Baseball, you can do all these mini games, you can play a story mode, you can play just a single game of baseball. And another thing that was really good about this game is, unlike other games like MLB and Slugfest and stuff, this was an enjoyable baseball game. They got baseball right, and it took them... A Mario creator had to create this to make baseball right, which is weird. An enjoyable game of baseball came from the Mario makers. So, this game just had so much style, so much class. And I remember playing it all the time because there was nothing like it at the time. I mean, I had Mario Golf and Tennis before this, but those games didn't really have variety. When I played this game, I could do many different things. I didn't just have to do a baseball match. And like I said, part of it that helped was the mechanics were actually good. So, I guess that view doesn't really work out. But yeah, baseball was definitely my number 3. Like, so many hours were put into this. It's a lot. Next we have Super Smash Bros. Melee. This is second most time played because surprisingly, it's not number 1. Number 1 will definitely shock you when you see it, because it's not your average number 1 most played kind of title when you see it. But Super Smash Bros. Is crazy. Like, this was the very first game I ever played for the GameCube was this game on a little demo stand at Kmart. And wow. Ever since then, I remember bugging my parents constantly, can I get a GameCube, can I get a GameCube? And then one day, I brought home a good report card, and I was like, Ma, Dad, look at my report card, look at that, all A's, look at that, and B's, look at all those A's and B's. Can I have a GameCube? So I went on eBay, and they got me a GameCube. And it's because it didn't come with any games, I'm like, Dad, Ma, I need a game, I don't have a game. So we went to Kmart, and they didn't have the game I was looking for, and I almost started crying because I was really little. And they're like, well, hold on, we'll go to Walmart and see if they have it. And I'm like, no one has it. No one has it. So we went to Walmart, and they did have it. And I quit crying. So, Super Smash Bros. But this game, the fun factor is endless with this game. The fact that you can pick any of the major Nintendo characters and beat each other up with friends, that was the greatest thing about these games, and the most fun that you could have with these games. I have 2 copies right here because copies 1 and 2 were from when I was a kid, and both of those copies got ruined because of too much use. I literally played them so much and used them so much that I would take them out of my disc tray and they would have random scratches, I guess, from being used and spun too much. I don't know. Not really sure how it happened, but this is copy 3 and 4, and these games have gotten really expensive. So I really have to be careful with my usage on these. But second most played game, Smash Bros. Fantastic game. And my final game, my most played game of all time, SSX On Tour. Yeah. This is probably what's shocking many people. What? This is your most played game? You went from 2 Mario games to whatever the fuck that is? Well, it does feature Mario in them, but that's not why I play it. In fact, I never even use the Mario characters because you can only use them in a quick race kind of thing. So that's why I don't use those. SSX On Tour is one of the best snowboarding games I've ever played in my life. SSX in general is probably the best series there is for snowboarding games. And, excuse me, this particular game has so much content on it that I never have gotten bored with this game. There are so many different game types. For instance, you can be going down a mountain and you're being chased by what's called the snow cops, and there's a game called Snow Cop a Go-Go, and you're trying to outrun them or beat them up before they take you down, because if they knock you off your snowboard, they win. So you gotta either knock all of them off their snowboards or outrun them. And there are game modes where you have to grind a certain length in rails. Man, allergies up in here. Or you have to beat a certain time, or you have to outrun one opponent, or you have to just win a freestyle event or a race. There's just so many different things you can do on this game, and it kept me busy for such a long time. It's one of my favorite games by far. In my mind, there's no other game that really comes close to this on hours of me putting into it on the Gamecube, because I still remember the day I got it. Again, it was a report card kind of scenario, and I'm like, man, I need a new game. So I went to Kmart, and I think I was supposed to get Pokemon Coliseum, and they had the game there, but I was curious. I'm like, what is this? What is this SSX On Tour thing? Because I'd never seen a game like it, and I wasn't familiar with the title. So I asked, can I see that? Can you pull it out so I can see it? And it had Mario, Peach, and Luigi on the front, and I'm like, what? I've never heard of this Mario game. And that's what I thought it was, a Mario game, but it really isn't. That was long, long ago. And so I'm like, I want this one. It was $40, brand new. Apparently I got it like the week it came out. And I never looked back because it was such a fun game that I never had a problem with it. The soundtrack was just amazing. Everything about this game was something that I wanted. And to this day, I love playing it. I actually put this in and played it a couple weeks ago. Every once in a while, I'll hook my Gamecube up because I get the urge to play some of these little games. And God, this game is so good if you've never played it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I went from Mario Baseball to Super Smash Bros. To SSX On Tour. Those are my particular games. Still cloudy, still wintry, still snowy. I'll see you guys in the next video.